Mr. Babu Vadlamudi is an active member in the Governor Whitmer campaign and a member of the Finance Committee. He has helped many candidates running for offices, including Dr. Anil Kumar and Dr. Syed Taj for Congress, and Ramesh Verma for City Council. Along with Dr. Anil Kumar, he's one of the promoters of CHIPS, Chanakya Institute of Public Service. They are involved in many cultural promotional activities like the Diwali dinner, MLK Gandhi for Nonviolence, Hindu crematorium development, and educating Indians to participate in American politics. Mr. Babu, how do you see the participation of Indians in the American politics?
We need to see historically how Indians are going for voting. Suppose if you look at in 2010, when Ramesh Verma went for Novi City Council, out of 1,600 Indians, there were only around 400 people went for polling, where he lost with nearly 300 votes. So if our voting was increased by another 300, 400 people, he could have been won it. And 2012, you can also see in Syed Taj went for Congress. Out of 43,000 people in 11th district, there was less than 7,000 people went for polling. In 2014, Anil Kumar lost with only 830 votes in the primaries for Congress. In 2016, he really went to all the people, all the communities and everything. We started educating the whole community. Then a lot of people came for voting and everything, but still out of 43 to 45,000 people, only 17,000 people went for voting. He lost with 13,000 votes. See, all these, our people, they lost because we didn't go for voting. So if we increase the voting percentage, our people can win a lot of elections. Or the people whom we are supporting, they are able to win. And there was a lot of education came in when we all formed as the Indian community, as as a whole, as a one, instead of language-based organizations. So then we are able to get Governor Whitmer, when she went in 2018, there was out of 98,000 registered voters in the Michigan, 67,000 people went for voting. That's where the whole Democratic Party or Republican Party, they recognized there is certain impact of the Indian community in Michigan. So these are all the things like we need to participate, and that's how we are able to get into some kind of positions, or we are able to get a help from the existing people who is in the power.
What do you expect from the U.S. politicians to do for the Indian community?
Michigan Indians, we reached over 124,000 people in Michigan. I'm considering the citizens may be 50% of the whole Indians in Michigan. Let us think that 124,000 voters, it can be around 30,000 families. If we are able to donate around $400 to the PAC, Indian Open PAC, 30,000 times $400 per year, we can raise close to $12 million. And if you can spend this kind of money in politics through the PAC, helping the various people running for it, and also encouraging our community, we can definitely get a lot of people elected irrespective of the parties, what they believe. That is very, very important. If we are able to do the similar kind of process in the entire country, in all the states, then look at how much we can do. Every presidential election, we are able to donate not less than $80 million. We are a fast growing community in America. We need to definitely get into this point. Otherwise, people, they don't see us as an Americans. If we wanted to be like a Jewish people, we need to be united. We need to have proper planning, and we need to get involved. And even voting, also very, very important. We need to participate in elections. We need to give the donations. We need to spend the money, encourage the right people to get into the offices. Making a good policies always help smart, educated people. Today we are one of the most richest community in America, but we are totally poor in politics. We are not able to get the proper lobbyists to educate on our side. And every domain where we are in, like small businesses, information technology, or healthcare, we are facing certain problems, but we are not able to go in the front line. We are not able to take the priority which this country is giving. We are not able to utilize it. Look at generally, if you look at the America, is true democratic country. It's like open software application. It all that how you're able to customize. You are able to customize everything, the policies and everything once you get involved. If you are not involving, you are not able to do that. Being we are a growing community, we need badly this one. We are already running late to execute this kind of system or policy or action by our community. That's what my personal feeling is.
What is your advice to the Indian community?
Be united irrespective of parties. Promote PAC. Focus on the candidates who is running for the positions and encourage our community people to run for the positions. These things literally you are addressing in the mainstream of politics. This is the most important that we should understand. If you are not encouraging our own people, you never have opportunity to raise your voice what you are looking for. It's not only for our community, even it's very important for this state, also very important for us. This country is very important for us. Most of us are not going back. Our next generation is going to stay here. This is our country right now, and we need to focus for the good of this country.
Which party do you support? Do you see Kamala Harris as a motivational asset to the Indian community?
Literally, if you ask me which party I belong, I don't know. My answer is, at present, I am actually supporting Gretchen Whitmer. You can say that. Being she's in Democratic Party, I am a Gretchen Democrat. Being I am not running for any positions, I believe in the people who really is capable of doing something. I'll support them irrespective of parties. That's how I started supporting Gretchen Whitmer. So at this time, I'm Gretchen Democrat. That's what I strongly can say. Then the other point is very important. How do you see Kamala Harris? Yes, she made claims as black or American, whatever it is. But one thing is, she has a good awareness about the Indian community. And many people can also see that as long as the Kamala represents the Indian name, then people see that she is Indian, she has Indian blood. And they feel that she is a second generation kid in America. When there is a lot of CEOs has become, big company CEOs like Satya Nadella has become a CEO of Microsoft. The shares went down and everyone was talking about how come such an Indian has become a CEO of Microsoft. That was a big news. Then when Sundar Pichai has become a CEO of Google, the perception changed. Thinking that second person has become another CEO of another company. In between, when these two people become CEOs and they proved their capabilities, you can see many people have become CEOs for smaller companies with $100 million, $200 million, $500 million, $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion companies. You can see a lot of Indians has become CEOs of those companies. And many people are getting into C-level positions. And over a period of time, when IBM has announced Indian as a CEO, the stock market went up by 7%. When he took a charge as a CEO, then again it went up by 7%. Look at the same way, even Kamala Harris, if they feel that she's an Indian and she's doing a good job, then what happens is this will become a motivation for a lot of Indians to run for the positions. If they are really qualified people, they can do an excellent job. That's where the promotion comes for the entire community. And we need to see how we are moving on to the political system here. Kamala Harris If you ask me whether she's from Indian community, I don't know. It is all that, what do you believe? She is a second generation. She has her own reservations. But my feeling is her first priority is in America. After that, every country is equally important for her. That's how she became a qualified person for a vice president. And she is a very successful senator. But if you can claim, our community can take as a model, if you think, okay, she is an Indian person, and if anyone can motivate by themselves, self-motivation, that's a big value for any new, younger generation people getting into politics or people looking for a political career. That's what my strong advice is.
Mr. Babu, thank you for participating. We are very intrigued for your ideas for our community at large.